morning, good afternoon, good day to you all, and welcome back to my channel. This is my G Space, and today we're going to be making a sling bag. So for the body, I'm going to be using 11 inches for the bottom, the middle 9.5, the top part 14, and 12.5 for the middle length, for the middle breadth, and the bottom will be 5 inches for the middle and 8.5 for the breadth. So as you can see, I'm just trying to straighten out the two sides. I cut out 4 pieces because I'm going to sew 2 together. For the bottom, I cut out 3 pieces. I'm going to sew them together. I won't be adding lining in this. I'll just be sewing together for the strength of the bag. Next, I go to the sewing machine and then I try to sew those two sides together, and I use pin for it. Just pin it up so that there are no mistakes. I pin it up and then go right into sewing it just like that. Make sure that it's straight. Sometimes this kind of material can shift. As I've said before, if you're using a singer, you have to be very careful about the straightness of your material. And this, I'll just sew through up to the end. I'll sew the 4 sides. For that, I'll just cover the 4 sides. It's me sewing the 2 sides together. I'll cover the 4 sides of the material, sew it up, and as you can see, I'll just do that. The same thing I'm going to do for the side, same thing I'm going to do for the other side. Remember, we have 4 parts of that side. So as you can see, I'm done sewing through and through. I sew the front, I sew the back, and I sew the bottom in all parts. If this is just for the body, this is not the bag itself. I'm just trying to prepare the body of the bag. And the next thing I'm going to do is to do what I did to that side, to the other side of the bag. Remember, I'm not using lining, so I'll just sew those 2 sides together. So as I'm done sewing, I move over to sewing the 2 sides together, but I don't sew the top or the bottom. I leave the top and the bottom open. If you see that there is a difference between the top and the bottom, top is a little bit wide, the bottom is a little bit smaller. Next, I'm going to go to the bottom of the bag, the complete bottom of the bag. Those 3 pieces, I'm going to sew them together and try and join them to the downside of that bag, that piece. As you can just see, I demonstrated it there. I'll be very careful. If I were you, it's better if you pin this in if you are not so good at holding material or such. Then I'm done. I'll turn the bag inside out and I will sew it to the bottom of the bag. I'll just sew it there. It will be very hard. It's actually very tricky. Your bottom may look somehow if you don't get the accurate measurement for the bottom of the bag. You have to be very careful. So while I sew to the bottom, I will just look at it over there. You also have to iron it so that it comes out smooth and strong. As you can see, we are almost half done with our bag. It's just remaining the top of the bag. That's where I get my zip and my material. The material will be the same length with the top of the bag, and the zip, you can use a small zip. You just have to cover the both sides in order for the zip to fit in. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing there. See, I'm done with my zip and it came out very perfect. I will now be joining it with my bag. You can actually add extra material to your bag, but this is not for the extra material. This is for the length of the bag. That's the handle. That's the handle of the bag, the sling. If I'm to be precise, sling, I'll fold it up and then I will sew it through and through. Just sew it in the middle. When you're done folding it inside, the both sides, you fold them inside and then you sew it through. That shouldn't really be a hard thing if you have watched the other of my videos. And see, I'm done. I also use this method for the other bag, the bucket bag. See, our bag is done. We're done putting the zip. Make sure you iron, please, so that it will come out very well for you, both at the top and at the side. Just see how it came out. I'm going to attach my sling to the bag. That shouldn't be a hard thing for you. As you can see, I've already done that. I was able to add some materials, extra materials to it. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please like and subscribe for more of my fashion videos, and I'm going to see you in the next video.